quick video on something I figured out the other day. Was working on for a little bit. Basically, I was just wanting to get some graphing and metrics and everything in Grafana from my Proxmox hosts. And so I finally got that working. Just wanted to share with you guys what was involved, because there wasn't a lot of videos and I had to do some research. So basically, it uses influxdb to import these metrics. And so I've got my influxdb container running on Docker, and I'll show you how I set that up and everything. Just something to take note of is this 8089 port, and I will post all of the commands into this. So this is the command I use to get my Docker container set up. But pretty self-explanatory. Like I said, the important part of this piece is these UDP ports. You only need one, so like the 8089 if you only have one Proxmox host. But I have two, so I'm setting up a second one. But basically, I'll put this down in the notes so you can copy and paste it, and you'll be good to go. So, and another important thing to pay attention to is this config and the location of it, because that is the config file that we need to edit. So I've got my Portainer instance running in a Docker container, and what we're going to do we're going to get into that container to run these commands. So in order to do that, we will just run this one. And then we will run a cd etc influxdb ls, and then we'll do a nano influxdb.conf. So this is basically our configuration file to make custom configurations. We want to add these lines right here, and there are other options that you can find in the influxdb manual, wiki, whatever. These are the ones that I needed. You basically enable it, set your bind address so that it can listen to, or so it can accept connections from any address. The port you're going to be using, the database you're going to be using, batch size, all that. For my second one, it's pretty much the same exact thing, except I changed my port number to a different port number, and I still have that commented out for now. So that is what you're going to change in your influxdb configuration file. The second thing that you're going to have to change, and after that, I just went ahead and restarted my influxdb container completely just to reset that configuration. Then the next thing you're going to need to do, come over to your shell of your Proxmox, and you're going to need to go into cd etc pve, and we'll do an ls because I actually had to make this file. It was not there originally, the status config, so I just went ahead and did a nano status.cfg and added these lines. Again, on this one, it's still commented out because I was testing on another server. But essentially, you just add influxdb server and your port, the same port number that you specified in your influxdb configuration file. That's really important. So then you just Control O, Control X, get out of here, save it. And basically from this point, there's another command that I was using right here. And this basically tests to make sure that Proxmox is sending out that UDP data, that metric data on the port that you're expecting. So when you run this, it's going to say listening, and I'll actually show you one that's actually working so that you know what to expect on the command coming back. So this is one that's actually working right now to give me that the dashboard I already have. Oh wait, just kidding. Wrong port number. Here we go. So then you start seeing, they come back every so often. But then you know that Proxmox is sending the data to where you're expecting, to your server address and port. And then from there, I don't know if I had to restart Proxmox or if it just automatically started doing it. I tried to do a service pstat-d restart. So you might have to play around with that a little bit to get this to go. If you figure out what it is, let me know for sure, because I would appreciate that. So from there, you've got your influxdb configuration file figured out. You've got your Proxmox configuration file figured out. At this point, so we're still inside of our influxdb container. Let's go ahead and run influx to go ahead and look at what it's doing. And we'll do a show databases. And this PVE2, again, this came from my influxdb.conf file where I specified the database name. And it automatically made this database once it got connected and everything was good. Then I can go ahead and do a show series. Use database PVE2. There it is. Use PVE2. Show series. And now you can say, yep, for sure, it's getting the data that we're expecting. So once you've got all that figured out, double checked, then we can go over to our Grafana dashboards over here. We're going to want to add a data source, and we basically are going to choose that InfluxDB setup that we have before. So you're going to enter your IP address, the 8086 port number, the database name that we just verified, and save and test. It's going to connect, it's going to do whatever you need to do. And then the best part, we want to import a new dashboard using this database that we just entered. So we're going to go to import, and I already know that the Proxmox dashboard that I want, I'm going to use this number right here, and it gives you some, preview, all of that. I know that this is the one that I want, so I'm going to type in 10,048, hit load. It's going to name it Proxmox automatically. You can change that if you'd like. Pick a folder, then you pick the database that you want to tie it to. In our case, it's PVE2, as we've checked all the way through. And since I've already got this, I'm just going to hit cancel. But then you will see it will bring up this, and it will tie this in automatically. It will start importing data, and it'll see that it's using the PVE2 database. At this point, you can kick back and relax and enjoy all of your graphs. And I am going to implement this on another PVE node, so I might do another video just in live step as I'm doing it again. But I just wanted to basically get this up as it was fresh in my mind, and I was excited that I finally got it working. So a couple other dashboards I'll be doing is probably a Pi-hole dashboard. I've got a Home Assistant dashboard that I've been working on. I might do a video about that. And also maybe a FreeNAS dashboard. So definitely stay tuned, subscribe, come back if you're interested in this stuff, and thanks for watching.